Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Engineering Data Analysis. In this video, we will discuss about the different data gathering techniques or sampling techniques, specifically on the numerical um, uh, or the probabilistic techniques. So, in our previous discussion or in our previous video, we had discussed the non-probabilistic techniques. Okay, I have presented three of them, which includes convenience sampling, quota sampling, and purposive sampling. In this video, we will be discussing the different probability sampling techniques, which include simple random, systematic, stratified random, cluster, and multi-stage sampling. Now let's start with the simple random sampling techniques. Under this method or technique, we have two, or I will be presenting two. That includes the lottery method and the table of random numbers. When we say lottery method, now one example of lottery method is you will be performing a lottery type. Now, say for example, in a certain class, if I have 40 students and I only want 10 of them to be respondents of my study. Okay, so if I will perform lottery method, I will list all of their names and say I place it on a certain box with one piece of paper for each student. So each piece of paper has a name of a student. So I will get one randomly without looking at the box. So I will get one randomly until I get all of the 10 students. So that's a lottery method. Or I can use um, the type which is used by PCSO. No, there is a certain ball rolling or so on. Or you can have a say a wheel of fortune type. Okay, that's an example of lottery methods or a wheel of names. Okay, if you're familiar of wheel of names, okay, that's an example of lottery method, no, a simple random sampling. We also have this one table of random numbers. Now, in a table of random numbers, you have a list of random numbers, no, which are generated ahead. Okay, um, in some statistical books, you can find a table of random numbers there, or you can use your calculator to give you random numbers. Say, for example, you want to select 10 out of 40 students. So the first thing you do is to randomize numbers, no, say 100 random numbers. No, you list all of those 100 random numbers. After that one, so how will we use it? So I'll be showing you the steps now how will we use the table of random numbers. Now here's an example of a table of random numbers. This is just part of a very um, um, large table of random numbers. So in my source, there are a lot of random numbers, more than I think 100, a lot of them. So 5 digits per set, no, per number. So 5-digit number. Now, here I will the manner of reading the numbers would be ver- in a vertical way, or if you want in an horizontal in a vertical way of reading, or if you want you will have horizontal way of reading numbers or selecting numbers. But here for this video, we will get numbers based on the vertical flow. Okay. So again, say for example, if I have students and I want to select 10 out of them. So how will I use this table of random numbers? Now recall, now our goal again is to select 10 out of 60 students, which means the largest number here is 60 and the smallest number is 1. So if I want to list all of my students, from 1 to 60, so each one of my students will have a specific or unassigned number. Student 1 will be 1, student 2 will be number 2, until student 60. Then now I have my goal, which is selecting 10, and I have the total number of students. No, I will be selecting 10 out from 60. 60 is the total number of my students. So the first step is to list the member again from members. So you assign them from 1 to 60. Then the second step is to now go to the table of random numbers. Now since we have a 5-digit number here, since the largest number is only a 2-digit number, so we will only be dealing or getting the first 2 digit of our given number in the table of random numbers. So the first two starting from the right, so that's 18. Okay, which means here that 18. So the student, which is in number 18, will be my first respondent. Then after, I will proceed to the next number. Again, we will only be reading the first 2 digits starting from the right, since our largest number is 60, which is also a 2-digit number. So here we have 32, so which means the 32nd student on your list will be your second respondent, followed by the 41st student. Okay, so this will be our third respondent. However, here 60, we have 80, but 80 is greater than 60. Now, our maximum number is only 60, so we don't have student number 80 in our list, so we will skip this one. So we will not include 80 now to be the respondent, since again we don't have number 80 in our list. We only have 1 to 60. Then proceed to the next. We have number 35. Then 59. So this will be our fifth respondent. Then next, we'll have number 19, student 19. Then student 77. So since our maximum number or largest number based on this example is only 60, so we will not include 77. Same with 80, same with 67, and also 93, 98, 74. So we'll just have to skip all of these now, since we don't have students listed in these numbers. Then we now have 18, 16 rather. So you have there 16. Then performing the process or continuing the process, we have number 35. However, we already have number 35 here, so we will skip this. Then we have 91, so we will not include. Then we have 53. We have number 15. Then 82 will not be included. Also 68 and number 42. So since number 42 is the last student, now here we have completed already all of the 10 respondents. Okay, so we now have our respondents, and they are student 18, student 32, student 41, student 35, 59. 19, 16, 53, 15, and 42. So you just have to know what's the name of student 18, who is student 32, and so on. Okay, that is how we use the table of random numbers. So again, this is the first set of probability sampling techniques. In the next slide, which is a longer video, we will be discussing the second method under probability sampling, which is systematic sampling. So see you in the next video.